do the Transformers movies count as war films?
No.
But they're war propaganda.
You know, it reminds
Dude,
me of
the
that
army
one.
looks so much
It
fun.
reminds me of that one news article from CNN about the Afghan war where Megatron fucking defeated. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're fucking robots. What are robots and were robots real? Fucking laser shooting, like pew pew pew. Like, God damn it! What are you talking about? Hey, are the Avengers films war films? Cause Thanos is fighting in battle and shit. What are you talking about? I say Inglourious Bastards because you know what? Winston Churchill was in the film. He was smoking a cigar in the background with the piano. Hitler was there saying 9. You know, it wasn't Megatron. Megatron wasn't talking to Brad Pitt.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Why am I so mad about this?
Yo, Nevis took that one personally.
I don't understand.
Yo.
I can't compute this.
We get one Brewski into Nevis, and Nevis loses all control.
I don't.
Welcome back to the Real Talk Podcast.
Real Talk Podcast. Oh shit.
And in today's episode, we will be talking about.
We're gonna get drunk.
Yeah. We will be talking about. What the hell? Where's your fucking etiquette? Cheers.
Cheers.
We will
sorry.
be talking about the greatest beer run ever.
Yeah, man.
But you know what, Nevis? The greatest beer run ever is happening right now with you and me.
Hell yeah.
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 If this is your first time watching our channel, hope you enjoy the episode. If you do, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content. Check out our Instagram, our Twitter, and our TikTok. And if you want to support the channel, check out our Patreon.
Yep.
I'm really glad that didn't explode on me.
Yeah.
Also,
Because you had your laptop on your lap at first with the can, and I was just like, oh, if it explodes,
that would not have been.
You're fucked.
I don't recommend. 0 out of 10 would not recommend.
No.
I was concerned that when I was in the bathroom, you or Christian would have taken my can and just cheer.
I would never do that.
He would.
Christian would be like,
This is gonna be great for the podcast.
no. that would ruin.
It's very nice. Nevis, you want to explain why you have why you're sporting this facial hair style?
So I was like, you know what? I can grow a mustache,
Yeah, you can.
unlike some people. I'm not gonna say who.
I swear, every 3 episodes, somebody has to say something about my inability to grow a full beard.
My guy, you said 50 Borat jokes before the fucking podcast. Calm your tits, all right?
Grew this mustache out.
Let me just say, I grew my mustache like this because I was like, you know what? Zac Efron has a mustache in this film. We have beer. I'm gonna be that guy. But instead, I look like fucking Borat from Kazakhstan. My guy. Very nice. How much?
You wanted to look like Zac Efron. He ended up looking like Borat. This is a tragedy. Yo, that thing fucking train wreck, dude.
God damn it.
You screwed up so hard. I
so
know
did.
Nevis is kind of hurt. He's like, yo, I thought I was going to look like Zac Efron. The man's came and they're like, yo, fucking Borat. Yo, it's very nice.
Josh over here like, yo, where's your papers? I'm like, thanks, man.
This guy's going to film this episode and go travel to America.
I'm going to travel to
for a fucking documentary. Anyways, I need to start drinking my beer.
Yeah, go start drinking, man. Dude,
It's
I almost choked up when you were fucking laughing just now, man.
I'm crying.
God damn.
I actually have tears in my eyes. No, that was so fucking.
The
I was
one-
holding it back because I knew I wanted to say it on the podcast. I
One-
was like, this guy tried to look like Zac Efron.
One word I can
He
say.
tried to look like Troy from High School Musical, and he ended up looking like. That's too fucking funny.
Wildcats.
So. So today we're talking about the greatest beer run ever, and that's why Nevis is wearing a mustache. What do you think of the movie, buddy?
I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
Thought it was a lot more fun than I expected.
I thought it was good.
It's,
a lot of people seem to disagree with me.
It's predictable.
Yeah.
It's very predictable. It's not the most how do I describe it? It's not it talks about the Vietnam War in probably the most basic way possible. Like from a from a political, from a moral standpoint.
Yeah.
And let's be honest.
I mean, it's not really the point of the movie.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. It's Zac Efron giving beer to his friends. in
Quite
Vietnam.
honestly, guys, though, like when we planned this episode and we were like, oh, we're gonna do an episode on the greatest beer ever. I didn't know what it was about. I didn't even know anyone. I didn't even know who was in it.
Oh shit!
And yeah, when I watched it last night, or not last night, I watched it 2 nights ago before my older brother came. I was like, oh, this is a war movie.
Yes.
I thought it was gonna be like a road trip movie. You know, the greatest beer. I thought it was gonna be about like when you hear the title, the greatest beer run ever.
Yeah.
I imagine like 2 buddies that have been friends for years that are like, you know what we need to do, buddy? We need to go get some beer, but not just any beer. And they like get in the car and it's just a road trip. It's like Dumb and Dumber, but the purpose of the movie is they're going to go get beer.
Funny about that, you compared it to Dumb and Dumber because the director of this film was Peter Farrelly, who was one of the Farrelly brothers directed Dumb and Dumber. So coincidence?
I think not.
I think not.
I think we should keep drinking.
I think so.
No, we can't. We are not allowed to get drunk on this podcast.
I won't get drunk. I can handle
I mean,
one Heineken. I mean,
are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? But no, I thought it was all right. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
like a great movie or anything like from
No.
from all those like critical standpoints. But honestly, I don't think every movie needs to be critically examined.
No.
I think movies can exist to just be fun. Like when I opened up the Wikipedia, where does it? Oh yeah, the film received negative reviews from critics. Like, listen here, critics who reviewed this negatively. You need to get that stick out of your ass and just enjoy movies every once in a while. You need to just have fun, you know. I didn't watch Grown Ups and I was like, okay, my mind is about to be. This is gonna be like Inception. No, I went and I knew it was gonna be stupid. And I was like, I just prepared for that. This movie is not supposed to. Look at the fucking,
Poster?
The poster. It's Zac Efron sitting
on
on a beer on a
Pabst.
parachute.
What is it? What beer brand is it?
The greatest beer one ever.
No, the beer brand that
I-
he's sitting on. Pabst Blue Ribbon?
I think so.
Hell yeah, man. Have you ever had that?
No,
Brand?
I usually stick with Heineken, MGD, or Guinness.
Yeah.
What are your beers of choice? since we're talking about
I
beer
usually
reviews?
don't drink beer, but on occasion like this, I thought a Heineken would probably be my best bet. I'm not a huge fan of
We know what Christian's favorite beer is. It's pretty fucking obvious.
yeah,
He
hold
loves
on.
Corona.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought it.
Yo, he was so tilted.
Hell yeah, man.
This guy was like, "What? Yo, Peroni or go fuck your mother?"
Shut the fuck up. Yo, Peroni? The way you said it, man.
No,
Zac Efron. You know, I can relate to Zac Efron in this film. I too would like to go all around the world and give out beer to my friends.
No, that's actually a really old, like, I mean, I didn't know it was based on a true story, and then,
Yeah.
obviously it says 2022 American biographical war action comedy drama film. That's a stacked number of
God
genres. But, biographical war, I was like, oh, okay, so it's somewhat based on a true story. I
Yeah.
don't know how much it is. I'm not a big history guy.
No, yeah.
But, I mean, that seems like a really wholesome thing, like the whole thing about, like, hey, he's just going around to give beer and, give some laughs to his buddies that are still in combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
But
that's
like,
really
I
nice.
think it's funny how it started in the movie. It's just like them talking at a bar. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna give some beer to my buds in Vietnam, and everyone's, hey! It's like, you're not actually serious, are you? It's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe. And it's
Yeah,
just-
no, it definitely, like, the concept of it definitely sounds like a very, like, I said that when I was drunk at a bar.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, in Friends, when Chandler's like, I guess I'm going to Yemen. And he fucking goes to Yemen.
Holy shit. Is this the first time we've referenced Friends?
I don't hate Friends. I just don't like it as much as How I Met Your Mother.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I'm surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned Friends because are you a fan of Friends?
I've watched the series. It's one of the few shows I've watched in its entirety.
I haven't actually.
Oh, yeah.
I refuse. I tried to, and then I was like, this is too fucking long.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as good as How I Met Your Mother, in my opinion. I watched that with ferocity.
That's fair. Which is funny too, because like I watched the entirety of Friends, but I'm also like, I would watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like just completely different types of humor.
Oh yeah, like I
I
prefer.
think you know what it was, Friends. I watched it with my family.
True.
It's a show that you can watch with your family and be like, yeah, But I wouldn't watch it like by myself.
No, that's what I usually watch How I Met Your or like Brooklyn Nine-Nine for. Anyways, super off topic, but that's fine.
Yeah.
No, this definitely comes off like there's that scene in Friends where it's like, I guess I'm going to Yemen. And
Yeah.
this like it just seems like that kind of like, I guess I'm going to Vietnam
Guess I'm going to Vietnam.
to give out beer. But no, that's wholesome, man. And is the real life guy
He's still
Chick
alive.
Donahue? He's still alive?
Did you not watch the ending of the movie where they
Mate.
showed the real photo of him, and
I'm not.
it's like,
I'm not gonna lie. No, I didn't because I was like trying to watch it as soon as possible because I had to wake up at 5 the next morning.
oh,
So I was like,
okay.
all right, come on. I
It
need,
was
to, I need to get everything in. And
it
then
was
when
a
I thought
quick
that the
watch.
movie was gonna end, I was like, okay, I gotta get some sleep in.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
no, 80,
There's
81.
there's parts that I thought were pretty clever, like when he's actually at Nam and
Mhm.
he's talking to reporters, one of them being Russell Crowe.
Mhm.
He's- Which honestly, I just love him. I love Russell Crowe.
The only
What?
we only love Russell Crowe right now just because you keep sending that Russell Crowe meme to our group chat.
Which one?
The fucking
When he's playing
Unhinged.
Zeus? Oh,
That's all he's been doing recently, just unhinged.
me on the highway.
I get my phone back. I check my missed messages from the Apple Store, and I'm just like, what the fuck did I miss?
Look, Josh, my jokes are very complex. Holy shit! Took a big gulp in that one.
What? No.
Gulp.
I like
but
beer.
he's a different breed. He's just built different. Josh is just built different.
190.
Ooh.
Anyways.
Russell Crowe. One of the scenes is just Zac Efron like saying like, "Hey, you know what? I'm actually doing a good cause." And he's like, "Okay, what's the cause you're doing?" He's like, "I'm giving beer to my friends." And he's like, "You do realize there's beer in Nam?" Right? And he's just like, "Well, this is American beer." And then he's like sipping on a Pabst Blue or a what is it, a Molson or not a Molson, one of the beers. He's like, "Yeah, okay, whatever, man." It's like there's American beer here too.
Yeah.
And then Zach's like, "Well, you know what?"
You know what importing is, buddy?
Zach's just like, "I'm still doing it."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "All right, good luck, man."
That's definitely like the way Zac Efron spoke in this movie was like, this is definitely like me if I did something like that. Because that's 100% a me line. Like, hey, I'm going to give beer to my friends. You know we have beer here, right? Yeah, but I'm doing it and it's American beer. Yeah, you know we have Coronas here as well.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Like, stop stealing my thunder.
Stop stealing my thunder.
I've been in that situation so much where I like try to do something, somebody's just hitting me with facts. Like, why don't you just do this? Or why are you doing
Yeah.
that stupid? I'm just like, bro, can't I do a good thing?
Yeah, I think the one thing I enjoyed this film, I thought it was fun, but I'll be a little bit critical about this because I've seen a lot of films that talk about Vietnam and are set in Vietnam, Platoon,
Forrest Gump.
Apocalypse Now, Forrest Gump, even, and I feel like they all address Vietnam in a very mature and clever way.
Yeah.
Whereas this one is kind of like baby's first Vietnam story because Zac Efron's character, let's be honest, is not the brightest fellow.
No.
And it shows, and I wouldn't call it frustrating, but if it's not comedic, it's very like I know where this is going.
It's
We're just
kinda-
like, what's going on, Vietnam? Why are
Yeah.
you guys being so mean to them? And it's just like, dude,
We're fighting a fucking war.
yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
Have you been asleep for the last 5 years?
people are dying
Yeah.
on both sides, and it fucking sucks.
So that definitely was like a bit like
Right?
But other than that, like I kind of like that. There's a lighthearted war film. you know?
Yeah. I mean, Good Morning Vietnam is probably the best example of it, where
Yeah.
of how you do it right.
Well, yeah, but it's Robin Williams. That's so unfair.
Not even that, but also the way it's directed and the way it's shot.
Okay, but you know that Russell, what's his name, Robin Williams, probably had a lot of input into that. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's honestly unfair to other actors and directors to like compare a Robin Williams movie. I just feel like Robin Williams movies are just a different breed, in my opinion.
Okay.
Am I drunk?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay. No, I mean, I'm just comparing another film set in Vietnam that took a lighthearted tone while also contrasting it with the seriousness
Yeah,
of the
no.
situation.
And I definitely like that. I just really feel like it's kind of like a strength that Robin Williams had.
Yeah.
Without getting too much into Robin Williams. We
Fair
did a
enough.
Robin Williams episode, by the
We
way. that you
did
should
back
check
in
out.
season 1.
Yeah.
Throwback. But
Hashtag Throwback Thursday. But
yeah.
no, I understand what you're saying.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I kind of like that this was a very, very lighthearted, like, maybe that's disrespectful, honestly, though.
I don't
Maybe
know.
That takes away from the gravity of the situation, but
But the Greatest Beer Run does have its moments.
yeah.
I think that there's little hints of it here and there where it's just like the contrast of the first friends he meets. It's like, hey, here's a beer, man, and stuff. And then like the next friend he meets, he's on the battlefield.
Yeah.
He's like, this is serious. All right, what's up? And he's like, I got beer for you. It's like, bro, I was gonna get fucking shot. All right, like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And he's just like, I got you a beer. And he's just like, well, you're coming with me to the front lines then. And he's like, wait, what? And like the fact that Zac Efron's character couldn't comprehend, like,
Yeah, that definitely, you mentioned that earlier. Like, that was very, like, come on, man.
right?
Just have some common sense.
Like, wait, we're sleeping here, dude. Yeah, we're in
We're-
the front lines.
Yeah.
What do you think? You're going to king size mattress? Like, no. This is life. Like,
yeah.
a lot of people there are just, and one of the characters talks to him, and he's just like, yeah, like I got out, but I just didn't feel right back at home, so I came back twice. And it's like, this is just what it feels like. And that's one of those little hints in the movie that I like,
Yeah.
where it kind of shows like that raw type of feeling that a lot of soldiers had at the time, where it's just like, I don't know where I belong. I'm, I know it's messed up, but this is where I'm at. This
Yeah.
feels more like family than anything. And that
Yeah.
really hit home, like, in terms of like
Yeah, it was very,
that
like-
type of,
Yeah, it did have some moments where it was like, this is what it is.
the crossing guard guy.
Yeah.
That one hit me hard.
Mhm.
I was like, even though he's not in it that much, it's like you introduce him, he comes back to help out Efron, and he's like, "Oh, come meet you sometime," and then boom, it cuts to him he's dead.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. I feel like those scenes are way more effective than like Zac Efron just not comprehending like shit like that.
But I feel like it could have like stayed completely away from like the realities of war and still been a good movie if Zac Efron's character was not such a fucking like
Patrick
there was
Star.
not a-" Yeah.
He's essentially
It's
Patrick
kind of like
Star at
Michael
times.
Scott if Michael Scott went to fucking
Yeah,
Vietnam.
yeah, Michael Scott in Vietnam.
Yeah, it's like but even I feel like I don't know, but like that's what it is. It's just like
Yeah.
why would you do this and be so stupid about it?
Right.
Like I understand the what's behind it and everything, and it's like a nice thing, but you know, I would imagine if we had a protagonist that had a little bit more IQ,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been a lot better because
Yeah.
the movie definitely could have been good even if they didn't show any of the harsh realities or
Yeah.
anything.
Also, because this film is supposedly based on a true story,
Yeah.
I'm curious. Like, did he actually get away with the whole CIA thing? How the fuck do you do?
I don't think
So, viewers who are unaware or have not seen the film yet, there's a subplot where Zac Efron is like, "Wait a minute, I could just say like I'm a civilian if you know what I mean, you know," and that's translates for soldiers to be like, "Oh, I'm part of CIA."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, you know, because you're wearing a button-up shirt, you're just wearing jeans." Like, "Ah, people think you're CIA." I'm just thinking, like, it's not that easy.
I mean, it was also the 60s.
Oh yeah, you're right. You could just walk into
Yeah,
Vietnam and be like,
I don't imagine they were that uptight back then.
"Yeah,
I mean, not that it wasn't
I don't
a
know."
big deal, but I feel like you could have gotten away with it back then.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think if I fucking put on a button down and went and did that in the Canadian military, I'd get away with it. I'd probably be thrown in jail for the rest of my life.
Or I think they just look at you and be like, "Okay, that's funny. Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't take it as seriously because they're like, "Okay, that's cute, but you can go."
Yeah.
Whereas in Nam, I guess you could say because of the quantity of soldiers and military and stuff, it's just like, you know, what's one little guy sneaking into the battlefield gonna really do? It's
Yeah.
not gonna change anything,
hmm
and it didn't. Even though he encountered another CIA guy, and it's like this really messed up scene where he's interrogating one of the Vietnamese prisoners.
Oh yeah, yeah,
He just throws him off, and then Zach's like, "Oh, I'm fucked.
yeah.
How the fuck do I get out of this one?" And the guy's like, "Were you part of the CIA?" Or he says it indiscreetly. He's like, "The same boss as you. All right, I'm getting the fuck out of here." And
Yeah.
he manages to escape, but you know what I mean? I don't know. A scene like that, I don't see actually happening.
Yeah.
It's what you fabricate it to make it more intense,
Yeah, I mean,
which is fine. You can do that
but
in a movie.
in terms of performances, let's get into performances.
Yeah.
Of Zac Efron. I mean, he did a decent job.
I would say so.
I think my gripes aren't with his performance at all. My gripes are really with the way his character was written.
Yes.
Like I don't think any of the issues we've mentioned so far are with the way he played the character. I think it's all like studio notes and the way the director and the writers
Yeah.
wanted him to play the character.
With
Can't really give him too much blame for that.
No, with Efron, I feel like a lot of his roles, and we jokingly said before, but even High School Musical, like I think he's a pretty solid actor.
I
even
have
back
no
then.
comment. I have no comment.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen him in a lot of things. I didn't watch Baywatch. I didn't watch any of his other things. I
Even-
didn't even watch High School Musical.
Oh shit!
I've never seen any of the High School Musicals.
All right.
Yeah.
I remember seeing those. I remember seeing Baywatch.
Like your little Wildcats joke really just went straight over my
Dude,
head.
at least they fucking knew.
Yeah, I mean, because you guys had a normal upbringing.
What time is it? Okay, I'm not gonna sing.
I've seen the
whole-
memes.
You've at least seen the memes, but
of,
with
like
but with-
if it was realistic. Dun, 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 dun. Coming from London under.
Oh yeah, man. But no, every performance I've seen Efron like do, even like I would say Baywatch and Dirty Grandpa are shitty movies. But you know
He's
what?
in that.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
I-
But
I haven't seen Neighbors.
Neighbors was solid. But like I said, even when
Sorry.
he's in a bad comedy, I would say his performance is solid.
Yeah?
I wouldn't say he was the worst part of Baywatch or Dirty Grandpa.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about movies I've actually seen with Zac Efron now, because I think other than 17 again.
Oh yeah, he was in
don't
17,
think I've
which he
seen
was
him.
good in.
And Matthew, what's his name was in it too? Fucking
Matthew
Chandler.
Perry, fucking
Chandler Bong.
Chandler Bong, one of the few roles that he was in
After Friends.
after Friends.
It's Chandler Bong.
It's the joke.
It's
in Friends.
We've seen Friends.
Yeah.
The TV guy goes
Yeah.
to Chandler Bong.
Because they were doing the
quiz
game,
episode.
the quiz
I
episode,
actually
one of the
w-
highlight episodes of the show.
Yeah,
Dude,
okay, Christian. His name's Chandler Bing.
Chandler Bing. I'm not gonna go into the Friends trivia
Yeah.
right now. We're talking about this fucking movie.
Oh fuck!
Ow! He got outed.
Ooh,
He got outed.
ooh, we're amateurs. So
So
Yes.
viewers, if you can zoom into that 4K image, you can actually see Josh's socks.
yeah, was this our first time doing a podcast?
Oops. Oops.
Oops. Well, my bad, guys.
It's okay.
But yeah, no,
I liked Russell Crowe, Bill Murray. They both have small roles in this film,
Yeah.
but I think they are.
I think I just liked Bill Murray just because it was fucking Bill Murray.
Well, he was in Stripes.
Because I was like, ooh, Bill Murray.
He was in a film called Stripes, which was also a military comedy,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was a cool nod. Even though Peter Farrelly worked with him on Kingpin, a comedy about bowling and such.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just nice to see Bill Murray in a film, and he looks like he's having a pretty good time. Same with Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
I like Russell Crowe being the drunk journalist. He's like, give me another one. You just fucking Russell Crowe. I'm a serious actor. What am I doing?
That's not how Russell Crowe speaks. I was like, who the fuck are you? Who are you right now? That's not how Russell Crowe.
Who are you?
Who are you?
No, you're
Who
like
are you?
you're like Patrick, where it's like,
Who are you people? Yeah, I was like, that's not how Russell Crowe sounded in this movie, and that's not how he sounds in anything.
I swear he sounded something like that.
Maybe like a midget, but like
midget.
yeah. We need to get your buddy Matt Hagen to do an impression of
Yeah,
Russell
he
Crowe.
would probably do a better impression.
Yeah, undeniably.
I
But
know.
no. How long was this movie?
It was about 2 hours.
That's the one issue I had with it.
It was pretty long.
I was like,
This could have been an easy 90 minutes.
and that's why I cut it short a little early because I was like, you know what, this movie seems very lighthearted. You know, I'm watching it, like taking mental notes, and I'm like, I don't think it'll be a sin if I miss the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Evidently, I missed the last 5 minutes where they do the okay, so he's still alive, and I'm just like, oh,
Well, it's kind of like, and that's the one thing about this. I guess it's a biography-esque type autobiography. The one thing I'm not a huge fan of with biographies nowadays is they have to cut between the real picture. They have to cut between the real footage because if
Yeah.
you don't do that, then you won't know it's Elvis Presley. It's like, what? No shit.
Nobody walked into the Elvis
No
movie.
shit.
Who the fuck is Elvis Presley?
Yeah, right? Oh, they got to cut to the footage of him doing the same shit in the
Yeah.
fucking movie. Like, oh, wow.
They cut the footage of like Queen in real life. Who walked into
Like
Bohemian
legit-
Rhapsody? You know?
Oh, that's what Freddie Mercury looks
Yeah.
like. Oh, my God.
Now I know. Oh, I
Oh,
didn't.
Elton John looked like. Oh, I don't think they did that for Rocket Man, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, fuck me.
But their one was actually I actually like the Rocket Man one where it's like he's loved properly. I was like, okay, this one's a good one.
Rocket Man gets a pass.
Rocket Man gets a pass because that was a great movie.
It was.
But like nobody
Not
walked.
for Beer Run.
Nobody walked into Rocket Man like I didn't know it was a biopic, but now I do.
Right?
Oh, I didn't know before.
Yo, Elton John's real?
And then they showed the pictures, and now I know.
Now I know.
Yeah.
I'm more informed than I was before.
Yes.
It's like, go to Wikipedia.
That's like my high school humor. Like I was cold last night, but then I put a blanket on and I wasn't cold anymore. Good joke, Josh.
It was a pretty good joke.
Thanks, man.
But, Beer Run. I thought, yeah, the autobiography parts of it are kind of like,
What the fuck is that table so far?
right? Josh had to be like Stretch Armstrong for a second. and
Fucking
just let
5'2"
it
arms.
Um, that wasn't even funny. Like, Josh is just drinking the shitty joke away. He's like,
Yeah. I was like, I'm just gonna keep drinking.
oh wow, what joke is that from Nevis? Oh, that was the 50th joke that didn't land. All right. What
There
are
you go.
you-
You finally landed one.
Oh yeah.
Self-deprecating humor, the best kind of humor.
Truly is. We're experts at it, Josh.
But no, I think I've mentioned this in episodes before, but I was never a really huge war film guy. Like I've seen like Saving Private Ryan,
Yeah.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah.
You know, and it's taught me that like war films are just really not for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's something about the plot, or maybe I just haven't watched a good one in a long time. But it's just not really up my alley. It's
Would you
like
count Inglourious Bastards as a war film?
No,
Fair enough.
no. Just because the movie's set in the middle of a war doesn't make it a war movie.
It's not historically accurate either.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, German speaking English. Hitler getting shot like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that real.
No, Quentin Tarantino was just like, you know what I'm gonna do, guys?
Lesson 1: don't get your history facts from Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
You might fail your test.
But
but
no, I don't count *Inglourious Basterds* as a war film.
Okay.
Because to me, a war film should be primarily set
In-
in battle and
battle.
like following the soldiers on their like journeys and whatnot. *Inglourious Basterds* is, you know, yes, they're soldiers, but they're going undercover and all that. I would really call that more of like, to me, that seems more like an espionage film.
Ooh, okay.
You know, they're going undercover to, you know, blow up Hitler at this
Yeah.
screening and whatnot. So I was like,
Right.
okay, that's why I like *Inglourious Basterds*.
It's
I
crazy.
mean-
it's crazy how much Zac Efron got away in this film. Like
his character?
Yeah. Holy shit.
Well, that's why I mentioned. I think it's really just the time period.
The time period.
Yeah, I feel like that's really what's to blame. Question: did the Transformers movies count as war films?
No.
But they're war propaganda.
You know, it reminds
Dude,
me of
the
that
army
one.
looks so much
you know, it
fun.
reminds me of that one news article from CNN about the Afghan war where Megatron fucking defeated. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're fucking robots. What are robots and were robots real? Fucking laser shooting like pew pew pew. God damn it! What are you talking about? Hey, are the Avengers films war films? Cause Thanos is fighting in battle and shit. What are you talking about? I say *Inglourious Bastards* because you know what? Winston Churchill was in the film. He was smoking a cigar in the background with the piano. Hitler was there saying 9. You know, it wasn't Megatron. Megatron wasn't talking to Brad Pitt.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Why am I so mad about this?
Yo, Nevis took that one personally.
I don't understand.
Yo.
I can't compute this.
We
like,
get one Brewski into Nevis, and Nevis loses all control.
I don't.
Remind me not to hang out with Nevis when he drinks again. Holy shit, bro. You fucking tore me a new one. I'm sorry, buddy. I won't do it again.
My number 1 war film is Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. I just like the cars. Yeah, that's what killed him.
Oh my god. I was like worried. I was like, we're going to go over time because Christian's going to be hunched over.
What are
No,
your
they're-
final thoughts on this movie?
It was pretty good. It was pretty solid, man. No, I thought it was. Hang on.
Why do you sound like Taika Waititi Krog in the
Korg.
Korg?
You fucking moron.
Krog. It was pretty good, man. It was pretty good. Nevis. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh shit.
You got to catch up, buddy.
Yeah, are you gonna die, man? Holy
I
shit.
just have to burp.
He's dying, man.
I should have burped into the mic. I thought it was
Clear.
Wow, what did you think about the movie?
I thought it was a fun time. It was predictable at moments, but at the end of the day, it was.
It was a good time.
I feel like if it was shorter, it would have been a much.
Yeah, because
Well,
I
yeah.
kind of want to rewatch it. I would consider this a movie that I could rewatch casually, but the length is just what's not doing it
Yeah,
for me.
I think my biggest complaint was fucking up the mustache. Yeah, I feel like.
And on that note,
And on that,
and on that note, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode reviewing the greatest beer run ever. If you liked the video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, comment down below if you liked it or you didn't like it. Check out our Patreon if you want to support the channel, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.
peace out, y'all.